This is Currency Queen, and this is a weekly market analysis for the upcoming week starting Monday is the 17th of July. So I want to go over gold and a couple of the other pairs that I trade. And let's see what we are, see if we made any leeway with our previous analysis. I want to say with gold, on the daily time frame, we're going to mark up some points of interest. There's a strong area here, which is also a high. And we hadn't been that high since March of 2022. So pay close attention to that area to see if the market's going to break through and keep going up or kind of try to reverse. So on my 4-hour time frame, it's trending above the 200 EMA. It broke this level here on Wednesday of this week, and it kind of consolidated in that area. There was a little bit of ranging back and forth, and I got a few trades in on it. I got one yesterday, I believe, that I posted on my social media, and I made some pretty good return on it. So we're going to draw our zones, and guys and gals, we have a uptrend on the 4-hour. So we have a demand area that is formed in that uptrend. I'm going to draw it in here, and if you can see, I have an alert already set for when it drops down to that area. It alerts my account so that I can reanalyze it at that time when the market's moving. But that's been set for like a week, y'all. It has not dipped down into that area. What it did do while it was ranging is it went and it closed the small gap that was right here. So this candle here on Friday did that. So we still have somewhat of a small, well, not really, it's super small. Once it hits that demand, if it ever decides to go down into that area this coming week, let's put this as a demand area. That's our demand zone, and it's low probability for the most part, because it looks like, let me stretch it a little bit, looks like it closed. So it's not much of a gap if it is. And then that area of support for the 200 EMA is here. So we'll see if it either taps into that EMA or taps into that demand zone. And we could take a trade going up into the highs here. At the least on the 4-hour if we decide to trade on that. Also, if you trade in that area or with that perception of the demand zone, you could potentially get a 1 in 3 if you do it on the 4-hour and take it all the way up. So I mean, it has the ability to have profit. It may. Let's do something else with the fib, that old fib. See where we are with that. So with the Fibonacci on the 4-hour, it went down to the 0.382 area. I'm waiting to see if it's going to break out of that consolidation. There's a golden zone here. So it could have more upside to this current trend that it's in on the 4-hour. So just keep an eye out on gold. Dropping down to the 1-hour, as you can see, the range is bigger. It stayed in a certain range. I can draw a box around it because I kind of like to pay attention to these ranges because they can give you a lot of information on where they can be headed. change the color. Not yellow. We're already yellow. Okay, so that's the range on the 1 hour. So what I would do is just pay attention, see if this range plays out. I'm looking for the range to break below the low on the range here, or break above the range. The resistance here or the support. If it breaks out of that area and respects the EMA, I'll look for more potential upside for gold. But if, however, it breaks down below the 200 EMA, taps into the demand, if we got some good volume in this upcoming week, I haven't looked at the news yet, we could see it go either way, just like any other day with gold. But let's just pay attention to our news, our fundamentals, and our technicals, and judge it based on that. But currently with gold, we're in the range. We've had some good movement on gold in the past weeks and stuff, but I just have an interest in trading it, so I always pay attention and keep my eye on gold. Let's go over to GJ, y'all. So on GJ, on my daily, I'm just gonna we've got a daily uptrend. The uptrend looked like it may have been retracing. We don't know if it's retracing down to the demand zone here on the daily, or if it's a reversal, because we have an area of resistance here on the daily. So I'll keep that in mind. When I drop down to my 4 hour, I have the resistance noted here. On the 4 hour, it shows that it respected an area here for demand. Sorry, y'all. I was sitting outside earlier, and I think a bug got on me, or a mosquito. It is hot here in Texas, so if you're in Texas, make sure you're hydrating, staying in the shade. I'm just staying inside. So it looks like it was coming down into this demand zone here. What it did do was close the gaps. We had a few gaps here, and it also took up the liquidity for the trend, previous trends. So it could, because currently right now we respected this area down here close to the demand. It's still showing an uptrend. It's above the 200 EMA. So we're just watching GJ as well. I would drop down probably to the 1 hour or the 30-minute, and since on that 1 hour, and let's see what the 30-minute does. Yeah, you have a lot of opportunities on the lower time frame, but we do know that GJ is currently in an uptrend. So while you're being aware of the support and resistance levels in this range or zone, get you some trades in, y'all. Get you some trades in. Since it's trending below, look for your demand zones. See if there's any gaps which make it high probability trades. And do your analysis to where if you use the Fibonacci, use your tool and make sure your risk management is on point and you good. It looks like it's going to try to respect that 200 EMA, but like I said on Monday's volume, we don't know how it's going to move when the market opens. So GJ looks good. It looks good to me. It's a wait and see game until I see my setup. Basically, I'm practicing on being more disciplined and not just hopping in and out of stuff. And I know that's a work in progress for most of us. So make sure you got your risk management tight. Make sure it's tight and right. Jumping into GU, let's go. So GU is on an obvious uptrend on the daily. I could draw my zones here, but it looks like as the market closed, I mean, it was still doing its business here, and it reached a daily high. It hadn't reached that high since way back in. Let's draw see how long it's been since that high was reached. That's way back in and it respected it too, y'all. Look how far back it's respecting that area. That's a pretty strong level right there on the daily. That was way back in April of 22. In December of 21. These are support and resistance levels at that level. So with GU, be careful. Pay attention to the previous points of interest. It's on an uptrend right now, but it could reverse. If we have something significant, it could break through. Depends on how the market is coming in. But it looks like we're on the 4-hour. We're still in the uptrend. It's retracing. It was retracing prior to market close on yesterday, Friday. We do have some demand zones in these areas, and we're going to look to get them filled. Man, I love the charts. There's high probability here on GU. So those gaps need to be filled. Let's see when it retraces, if it fills those areas, go back up, or see if it has some other types of activity going on. Same pair, lower time frame. It's looking like that trend is kind of getting exhausted. You see how it has the it taps those resistance areas, but it can't make those higher highs anymore, and it's breaking structure here. So let's see if it's actually just a retracement, and then when it gets into that demand area, let's watch it real closely. Do not jump in before it's your time. If it's not your setup, forget about it. It is still trending above the 200 EMA. So we're looking at an uptrend for GU. So it's going to be pretty interesting this week. The market for AU as well. Let's see. The market for AU is kind of like been in a range. If you see the 200 moving average cutting through trends, it's kind of like in a range of consolidation. That is the daily, so let's drop a little lower. We see an uptrend for the 4-hour, so we're going to go with the demand zone. So mostly everything that I trade is on an uptrend, and I'm looking at demand zones and high acuity. I'm in the medical field too, so y'all, I'm looking for high probability setups. There's one here too. There's a little demand zone here as well. So I'll mark up that whole zone on the 4-hour. Sorry. Drop down and see what it's gonna do. That's all we can do. Let's make trading easy. I mean, I know you can put a lot of indicators and add a lot of things to your charts, but I just like straight price action, candlestick. They pretty much tell the story, and you just wait. You look at the activity and you just wait for your setup. I know when I first started trading, I would get complicated. I was putting everything on my charts. Now that I understand the chart, and I understand how the market moves and the Wyckoff strategy, I don't know if y'all are into all of that, but make trading simple for how you need it to work for you. It can be as simple or as complicated as you make it. The market is not your friend. Please stay up on y'all's risk management. And depending on what's going on or what I'm trading or how it's moving, because you don't want to trade what you anticipate, you're trading what you see in the market. So over the course of the years that I've been trading, I've learned this, and it has helped me drastically. So as y'all are trading and learning new skills and tightening up your discipline and working on your risk management, not everything works for one person will work for another person. So just be real with yourself, know what you can work with, learn the charts and the market, and just go off of that. You're not going to win every trade. As long as you're following your setup, you're good. Keep up with your wins and your losses. Try to make those better, and just have fun while you trade. I actually have a passion for trading. I love it now. Before it was like, I don't know if I can do this. This is a little tough, because those losers was hitting me kind of hard, but I knew I didn't have my risk tight. I was going in with different lot sizes depending on my mood and how I felt, and I was losing. Y'all, I was losing. I had a time where I was losing so much to where I was questioning whether or not I wanted to still be a trader. So you can be successful at this. The only way you cannot be successful at this if you don't want to change some of the things that you need to change to be successful, or if you give up. So that is my motivational minute for you today. Went over the charts. Hopefully we get in the market Monday. I may start doing live. Drop down below if you would like to see me trade live, and we can just have a positive trading community that trades price action and get along and just share our ideas and what we do. I also have a new trading journal that I'm going to be sharing with y'all that's pretty neat. I'm still trying to learn the ins and outs of it. So stick with me. I'll get you right. We'll get right together. Thank y'all for listening. Y'all have a wonderful weekend. I'm out.